Okay, my Naga's watching Harry and Meghan, learning about this royal family, man, and this is just a funny, quick couple of minutes of this documentary on Netflix. Lego.
It's hard to overstate, I think, the cultural significance of the British monarchy, partly because it's a very ancient monarchy. It's existed for over 1,000 years.
Stop it. Stop the cappery. Okay, existed for over 1,000 years. Now we know they done hijack the Naga everywhere, even the royals, even the royals. But let's go. Okay.
And that longevity
Now notice they start with William the Conqueror, right? Let's back it up.
to overstate,
Well, first they start with their idols.
the cultural significance of the British monarchy, partly because it's a very ancient monarchy. It's existed for over 1,000 years.
So they start with William the Conqueror, 1066. Now, this is what the whole Braveheart's all about. Scotland, Ireland. By the way, what does Benjamin Franklin say in the Observations of Mankind in 1751? Now that jabroni just went back 1,000 years. He said the British Empire is ancient. The monarchy goes back 1,000 years. We just catching the cappery. All right. In 1751, Benjamin Franklin puts out his treatise, Observations Concerning the Increase of Mankind, 1751. All right, I'm skipping to the dismount. Go look it up. Which leads me to add one remark. Okay, here we go. Let's back it up. And since the detachments of English from Britain, all right, we're talking Britain, right? It's going back 1,000 years, right? Let's see what Benjamin Franklin got to say about Britain 1,000 years, 1,000 years ago. Since the detachments of English from Britain sent to America, okay, Monarchy, let's go, will have their places at home so soon supplied and increased so largely here, why should the Palatine Boers or more be suffered to swarm into our settlements? Now we're talking about Negroes, right? You'll see. I'm not adding my own 2 cents. You'll see. All right. So why would they say Palatine Boers? We're talking about dark-skinned people, okay? Why should we be suffered? We don't want no more darkies to swarm into our settlements. This is Benjamin Franklin, 1751. By herding together, establish their language and manners to the exclusion of ours. Why should Pennsylvania, founded by the English, Pennsylvania, founded by the... This is Hijack 101. You come to America and claim you found something, man. They just claim stuff. And you're about to hear it right out of the hijack's mouth that they feel they can rule, that they're born to rule, right? See, if you get an infection in your body, this is how the infection feels like. I'm going to spread out through your body and make everybody sick. I was born to do it. I was born this way. Why should Pennsylvania, founded by the English, become a colony of aliens? Nigga, you already an alien. You are already an alien. But now you fear that these swarthy people are going to, make you, you know, a minority, make you a minority, right? Make you an alien who will shortly be so numerous as to Germanize us. We've been talking about Kanye, the whole Holocaust, Hitler, all that stuff. Germany, these are swarthy, dark-skinned people. That's why they said Germanize when they're talking about complexion. They wouldn't use Germanize if they weren't talking black people, man. I know, you're going to have to expand your mind bone. You're going to have to expand your mind bone. They feel like they'll be aliens if more swarthy people who will shortly be so numerous as to Germanize us instead of us or our. Anglifying them. They think they can bring their doctrine on us instead of us spreading our swarthiness on them, or our languages, our customs. Like what? Like keeping the code? They want to say the law's done away with. JC. We're anglifying it. It says, and will never adopt our language and customs any more than they can acquire our complexion, boss. We talking black people, right? So we can't turn blacks to whites. But again, remember, this monarchy goes back 1,000 years of white people, right? They want us to believe that 1,000 years ago, that these were white people ruling Britain, a white British monarchy, right? But Benjamin Franklin in 1751 is talking about complexion not being Germanized, turning into aliens, that we as Nagas will never adopt, or they'll never adopt our language and customs any more than they can acquire our complexion. Now here's the dismount, which leads me to add one remark, that the number of purely white people, boss, I'm not saying it, I'm not trying to have no race talk. I'm reading from the Observations of Mankind by Benjamin Franklin. They talking race. They talking complexion. We start talking complexion and race. Now we just are being reverse racist. Now it's, oh, let it go, Negro, let it go. Don't bring up the past. How far in the past is this for you? Right around the time when they stopped calling you indigenous and start saying you from Africa, but they came over here and found you copper color Nagas already here, right? Which leads me to add one remark, that the number of pure white people in the world, purely white people in the world, boss, is proportionally very small. Not a little small, my Naga, very small. All of Africa is black or tawny. Black, tawny, copper color, all is the same thing. Let's go. Asia is chiefly tawny. Copper color, my Naga. You didn't find no Asians without melanin. That's something new. You didn't find Africa without melanin. Africa, exclusive of the newcomers or whites, is wholly so. Wholly what? Black or tawny. Where? America. Body bag. But we're just talking Britain, right? We're just talking Britain. Or should we gonna start with William the Conqueror? So I guess we talking Ireland and Scotland. Scotland? Sir William Wallace? America is wholly black, man. Wholly Naga. And in Europe, the Spaniards, Italians, French, this is Benjamin Franklin, Russians, and the Swedes are generally, which means most of the time, what we call swarthy complexion. Swarthy means dark skin, man. Alright? So if Europe is dark skinned, then how could these hijacks go back 1,000 years and claim some British monarchy as white? If Benjamin Franklin is saying in 1751, this is over 700 years later after the beginning, right? Because they start when? Their royal family pops off with William the Conqueror, 1066.
And that
So if you're talking Europe in 1066 and Benjamin Franklin in 1751 is saying, America is swarthy, dark skinned, black or tawny, uh, all of Europe, Spaniards, Italians, Italy, Spain, right? We got the more and more war. France, the Franks, man, the Rus, the Russians, the Swedes are generally swarthy complexion, as are the Germans, which is why he said, please don't Germanize us, boss. Don't send us no more swarthy black people who will shortly be so numerous as to Germanize us instead of our Anglifying them and will never adopt our language. So they saying you niggas, you Nagas will never adopt their language and customs. But hey, Merry Christmas, boss. I guess they got that wrong. I guess you Nagas love speaking English. You love to adopt their language. You love their customs. Halloween, Thanksgiving, you love their customs. I guess he got that wrong. Any more than they can acquire our complexion. Oh yeah, so the Germans are swarthy. The Saxons only accepted who with the English make the principal body of whites. Oh, just the Saxons and the English on the whole entire earth make up the white people on the face of the earth. Only the Saxons and the English, according to Benjamin Franklin in 1751. Other than that, boss, Europe is swarthy. Whoa. But how can you go back and claim the swarthy royal line?
Longevity is multiplied by the sheer longevity of the Queen herself.
And then you're going to skip down, and now they're not swarthy, but they still claim your royalty. They still claim your heritage.
Now follows the supreme climax of the ancient ritual.
Ritual.
With the crown of England, the Archbishop performs the simple, yet the most significant ceremony of the Queen's coronation.
This is how you make a false lineage.
I declare before you all that my whole life shall be devoted to your service and to the service of
Look at
our
her.
great imperial
She reading off a piece of paper. That ain't coming from the hardball.
family to which we all belong.
She has been queen for more than 70 years, and that's the longest reign that we've ever known in our history.
We're in a very different generation now. As new generations come through, people may start to question it.
Whoa. People may start to question it. So what do they have to do?
I say this with absolute pure adoration for family, for the people that I work with. But when you actually put it under pressure and you say that there is a family anointed by God, by blood,
Wow.
to rule over this country and other countries around the world.
Anointed by the Creator to rule over this country and other countries.
It's a difficult conversation to have.
Yeah.
And you say that there
It's
is
difficult when you capping. It's difficult when you cappery.
question it. And I say this with absolute pure adoration for family, for the people that I work with. But when you actually put it under pressure and you say that there is a family anointed by God, by blood, to rule over this country and other countries around the world, it's a difficult
That's called colonization.
conversation to have.
Because it's
So
colonization.
in order for the institution to survive, it has to modernize, but it also needs mass popular support.
So without your popular support, it don't exist.
They typically have popularity ratings between 60 and
Popularity.
80%. These are rankings that politicians would die for. In order to survive in the future, they need to maintain that popularity.
That's it, my nigga. They just gotta keep brainwashing your ass. That's it.
Each year they make somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 royal visits.
Wow.
And all the royal households have press officers to ensure that there is pretty constant publicity about the royal family.
Constant publicity. Media.
And that it is pretty constantly good publicity.
Family is dependent on the British media to communicate its message, to continue guaranteeing its relevance and presence in the British imagination and the world.